Do you identify with some of those thoughts scrolling on the page? I can't do this. I'm too old. My life is too stressed. I get it. I hear you. I've been there. And I will say you can do it. But it doesn't help if I believe it, you have to believe it. So, Maria, with Maria Motivates here, I offer one-on-one coaching. I've been a wellness coach for over 7 years. And one thing I have noticed is that our brain gets in the way. We can have the best program ever because there are so many resources out there for different ways to eat healthy, exercise, and do more. But what I've seen over and over again is that this thing just constantly gets in the way. So let's look at how our identity can really play a role and how we can shift this to get into a positive space and be the person we want to be and the person we deserve to be. Let's do it. So first things first, you need to just identify what are your limiting thoughts. And the problem or tricky part of this is that sometimes those limiting thoughts feel like facts in our brain. I'm too old, so how could I ever do this? My job is just demands way too much of me. I never have the time. And so you're telling your brain, hey, you don't have time. And you know what? The brain loves consistency, so it'll be like, yeah, you're right, we don't. But if you give that brain a different message, all of a sudden it has possibility again. So your first step is just being curious and identifying what are some of your limiting beliefs? What are some messages you're giving your brain that aren't supporting your healthy life? Write those down, right? And then we can begin to identify, do they really serve you? And can we swap them for something better? I know, seems like a lot of positive mumbo jumbo, doesn't it? But it really isn't positive thinking. It's actually changing your brain, and it's a powerful thing. So how do you do it? Well, you have to consider the possibilities. Once you've identified the limiting thoughts, then consider the alternatives to those thoughts. Let me give you an example. I think being a mom, we have this idea that, our kids have to come first and that we must drop everything if they are in need of us and that they always come before us. And that all sounds so admirable and great. But let's reframe that a little bit. If that's the way we're raising our kids, what model are we providing to them? Do we really want them to have a life in their future where they're not putting themselves first? How about your health? How about being a role model for them in terms of the food that's on your plate and how you make time for exercise and how you make time for nutrition, right? It's all about perspective. I can have two people in the exact same situation, mother of three, single mom, and one will work out because that is how she makes it all happen. One will make her health a priority because that's how she shows up for her kids. And then I'll have one that just gives absolutely everything and they have nothing for themselves. And although their children have things, they're so depleted they can barely appreciate or enjoy it. And I know this from my own experience. Do you? So it's not that healthy, fit people are really selfish jerks, right? It's that they consider the possibilities that being healthy means I'll be happier. Being healthy is a great role model for my kids. So consider the possibilities. The other thing, and I'm going to say it, stop blaming resources and become resourceful. There's always this belief that if I just had more money, if I just had more time, if I just had something. But if we do that, we're telling our brain, well, we don't have it, so we don't have to pursue it. Become resourceful. Look what you have around you. I'm here. I can help, right? Like-minded individuals. Start surrounding yourself with folks who want the same life you want or that are living the life that you want, right? They will support, they will open your mind to what's possible. Get out of your own head. We love to swirl here and say, this is our identity, this is who we are, and we just stay stuck as if we can't think of the solution, there isn't one out there. You're smart, but that smart. We can't solve every problem if we're just going here. Get outside of your brain. Then prove it to yourself. Our brain wants to see proof. It says, well, no, we've never been successful, so we can't be. And so it wants to fight against it. But in reality, if we can prove to our brain, look, I did it. Look, I did it again with consistency, right? You get support for this. Get support. Reach out. Find a program. Of course, I want it to be mine. Of course. But whatever program it is, get support and drop the limiting behaviors. Drop the limiting mindset, because you can be so much more, so much more, so much more. Are you ready to make a change? I'm ready to help you to choose you and choose health and make this work. New classes are starting soon. Find out more at www.mariamotivates.life. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and take all the health you can, because you deserve it. Have a wonderful day.